everyone. Okay, this might be the last time you see me on stage today. Okay.
Today.
Yeah, really, the last time. The last time, the fourth. Okay. So today the workshop is about for the pathway we have the lesson 1, project 1 is Icebreaker. And now I'm going to tell you what is the Icebreaker. So what is an icebreaker? When you first go into met a group of new people, you have to introduce yourself. And this is what the brace I in Chinese is 破冰. Yeah. So the icebreaker, the pathway, lesson 1, project 1, icebreaker is for you. The first speech you stand on stage for letting you to introduce yourself to the whole club, to the other club's member. And actually, I know you are not very interested in what is icebreaker, but you might be interested in this. How to prepare for it? How to prepare for your icebreaker? So first, I suggest you to tell a story. The icebreaker is not just to introduce yourself and telling other your information. Like for me, I can just say, my name is Amy Chen and I'm 19 years old and my blood type is O and my star sign is Gemini and I'm now in the ESOE, the sophomore. I'm not going to listen for this because actually for others, I know if you listen to the whole things in 4 minutes and maybe you have just only remember what is my name or you haven't remembered my name too. So please, I have to say the icebreaker is that you to tell a story that can represent yourself. And I'm not telling you to tell a story from your kindergarten or from your birth to your college, which elementary school you go and which friends are in your elementary school. That's a little bit too long. If you want to do it, maybe you can do it, but I suggest you do not. Just select some interesting aspect, select some interesting part. Because you have just 4 to 6 minutes, so we don't want you to spend too much, to put too much things in this 4 to 6 minutes. So concentrate on the key that can represent you. Like, if you like to play basketball, tell me why did you start to play basketball? If you have a very, very great friend, or if you have a very great relationship with someone, with your family, or some teacher, tell me the story about you too. So just choose the things that can most represent you. Well, next, you have to first to choose your topic, and after you choose your topic, you have to practice, right? Actually, it's a little bit hard to stand on stage. No, not a little bit. Very hard to stand on stage without any practice. You see, when Kevin is on stage, no one wants to get on stage for a table topic because you see you didn't practice for it. So please practice, or it will be the 4-minute table topic. And it's a little bit hard. Yeah, you see the 1-minute table topic is it's frightened, and 4-minute table topic, what? It's a disaster. So first, I suggest you to use notes. I know this a little bit hard because you think that you may want to write a script, like I write a whole script and I read it like this. But if you write a script, there are some awkward things that if you forget the words on stage, you might just stand on stage for 1 minute to think about what are you going to speak next. So actually, I suggest you to use notes instead of use scripts. Because notes, like what I'm going to say in the first time, I want to say, like if I'm going to say why I started to play badminton, and I will tell you a story why I started to play badminton, I will note that I need to tell you why I started to play badminton, who have played badminton with me when I was young or something like this. I'm not going to write it like, today I'm going to tell you what's the best thing I have learned badminton, since I have learned badminton. I'm not going to write a whole script. And the second, time it. Because you see that we have the cute timers today. Yeah. Timers will always time your speech. So I hope that you can time your speech first before you stand on stage, because you don't want to see the red board full and you have maybe your speech is just going to half, or you finish your speech before the green board rise. And then if you really, really want to write a script instead of notes, please reread it. Because sometimes when you first write it and the second time you read it, it's a definitely different view of it. And the most important, and this is why you are here today, ask for help. Today we have the mentor-mentee symposium. Yeah, so you will get a mentor today, maybe 10 minutes or 20 minutes after now. You can ask your mentor for help, or if your mentor is evil, he don't want to help you. As you know, your mentor is like one of the BBM, VBE, VBBR family. The others mentor in those families will really like to help you, or you can just ask some senior you are familiar with. Yeah, if your mentor is evil, you can tell me. And I'll give you. And actually, the things I want to tell you is this freshman cup. What is freshman cup? You can see on the back of your agenda at November 16th and November 23rd, we have the freshman cup 1 and freshman cup 2. This 2 meeting is for you, the freshmen, the one who haven't given the icebreaker, to stand on stage for delivering your speech. In this 2 meetings, there are no seniors in this. They are all freshmen. And I suggest you to seize these 2 chances, because actually it's a very good thing to give you, because in our meeting you might think that I'm afraid to stand on the stage with a senior in the same meeting. But in these two meetings, there are only freshmen, though there are some freshmen it's very
fresh.
Sorry, I forgot the word. I know some of the freshmen are very good on the delivering speech, but that's okay. Give her a chance to stand on stage, because you need to stand on stage. It's only the first to stand here to deliver a speech. You will start to know what's your advantage and disadvantage of your speech. So please give your a chance. Okay, so I think I just get this part of this. And now, so Coco will tell you about the body language you can use during the icebreaker.
Hello everyone, my name is Coco again. I'm here to tell you what to do with your body while doing your speech, and I don't know what to do with mine either. Just kidding. Before getting started, I want to ask you a question. How do you feel when you saw me act like a statue on a stage? Awkward? Uncomfortable? Weird? Strange? They are all proper adjectives. But there's one more serious thing, and it will always be the long-standing enemy to all the Toastmasters. Who is this long-standing enemy?
Which?
No. Which is, okay, kind of. Challenge other speakers, to be as funny as me. Okay. Now this long-standing enemy is nervousness. Sure, you will look pretty nervous when your body is as rigid as a rock. Or as a stone, whatever. Just very awkward. Sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. As a result, your audience will think that you are not a professional speaker because you look so nervous. But that could be detrimental because we are Toastmasters. We are supposed to be the experts when it comes to public speaking. Thus, to prove that you are a legit, successful Toastmaster, it's time to let your body speak. And how to do that is to conquer your stage fright. Some technical problem.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
That's a video.
Okay, that is probably is to conquer your stage fright. So once you really start to think about body language, a lot of things will come into our minds. Where should I stand on the stage? How exactly do I need to gesture to catch the eye? Do I need to use the microphone and also utilize my body language at the same time? What kind of body parts do I have to use, like fingers or palms, to get everyone's attention? That could be quite tricky. And it may seem like body language is a very complicated problem to all the newcomers in this club. So, please don't be overwhelmed with all these different problems because they all boil down to one major key, which is conquer your stage fright. I know there are a lot of theories and studies about body language, but in my opinion, I think being not nervous on the stage is the most important thing, is the most practical and effective advice. Since you guys are most newcomers, even though some of you are quite experienced speakers, I know. But I think as long as you are not nervous, you are 100% confident and fearless on the stage, you will naturally use your body movement to spice up your speech. So you don't need to purposefully design your body language just like a robot or something. Just be free on the stage, be familiar with the surroundings and make eye contact with the audience, and you will have the kind of instinct to utilize your body language. So, with all that being said, I still want to share a video with you guys to give you some concrete advice on body language. And again, soft reminder, please don't swallow those tips into your mind and don't force yourself to follow all those tips during every speech, because mere thinking itself is useless. You have to internalize these concepts through repetition, through thousands of practices. Try to incorporate one tip again each time into your speech, and at the end of the day, you'll be amazed by how far you have come. And who knows, maybe you will be the next world champion in the Toastmaster International competition, just like the speaker in the video. So that's roll the clip. I'm trying to say something. Oh yeah.
You already got it right.
One of the most important things you need to realize is when you get nervous, you try to cover your vital organs. That's why you would see a lot of speakers sometimes fold their hands, bring their hands in front of them, and that's a sign of nervousness. Great speakers keep their body open, so there is no barrier between you and me.
Raise your hand if you have an emotional one. Let me see. Put them all together. You get mama.
And something that when you're starting out, you gotta be very conscious about is to keep your body open. Here's tip number 2. Have your palms open. Do this exercise with me. Take a look at your palms, turn them around. Take a look at the inside of your palms again. What side relaxes your eye? If you really concentrate, when you look at the inside of your palm, your eye relaxes. And a lot of great speakers, they open their palms towards the audience, showing a more openness. And that allows the audience to connect with the speaker better, as opposed to showing the back of your hand.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm a dreamer, I'm a speaker, and I learned the unfailing quality of unconditional love from my wife.
Number 3, get comfortable with the stage. When you're comfortable on the stage that you're speaking on, your body is free to move about, use body language. But if you're not comfortable with that stage, and if you feel foreign on that stage, what happens is your body language starts to constrict, and you start to cover your body up.
And when a son sees a mother cry, tears of shame, that's a life-changing moment. She looked at me and said, son, I want you to be a better man.
Whatever you do, don't touch the podium. As soon as you do that, you're going to be leaning on it, you're going to be shaking that podium, and you will be doing all sorts of things on the podium. So what you do is you keep a comfortable distance between you and the podium. You can keep your notes on it, but you can use your hands to gesture. Don't rest your hands on the podium. So keep a distance, and you can gesture, use body language as you want from a little distance from the podium.
No, I think that was pretty easy to understand because his English is very correct and clear, even though there's no subtitle, I'm sorry. Okay, so as you can see, the point is know your stage and be confident, not be nervous. Because if you are very nervous, you'll freak out, your mind will go blank, and naturally you will forget your script just like what I did. I'm sorry about that because I didn't well prepared enough. So remember to be well prepared before getting on the stage. All right. So if you are thinking, what should I do for my P1 speech? Besides thinking about your script, also you need to think about what to do on stage. Always remember that. Be confident and get rid of stage fright. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. But one last soft reminder. Even though you are newcomers, even though you are like freshmen, very new to this club, maybe not very familiar with public speaking, but the most important thing is, please don't let those so-called regulations and rules and tips to constrain your creativity for your body language. You have to be free on the stage and also try to find your own style. Only when you are completely free, completely relaxed on the stage, your mind is relaxed, your body is relaxed, all is set, is ready, your body will naturally speak for you. Thank you. So and let's give control back to next speaker, Kevin Zhen.
Now I'm going to be serious. He's not my host, so I'm going to say about something very formal, and which is the structure of the speech. And what's the importance of the structure of the speech? And you might think that a speech, maybe you will think that the speech is just a speech. They're going to tell what I thought, what I think to the audience in my way, but actually it's not. So let's discuss what is about the structure of the speech. And okay, you think that it's a little bit hilarious, but it's not. So for the first, you will see this is the structure of English. For this is the scene. And a scene calls the whole structure of your sentence, of your paragraph. Because the whole paragraph was going to support the scene sentence from the very beginning. And for this is assistant. What is assistant? Assistant is going to assist the scene sentence, and then the support. What is support? Support is going to support the assistant and the scene sentence. So the structure of a speech will be like, I'm going to tell a scene in the very beginning. That is very important. The beginning is the most important part of the speech. You have to catch your audience's eyes from the very beginning. You have to tell your thoughts in the very beginning of your speech. Then the audience will recognize that, oh, what I'm going to say tonight. This is for the speech. And then for the support, for assistant, you have to narration. And what's my thoughts toward the topic. What's my thought toward the topic, and because we have a same sentence, we have a scene going to tell. So you have to narrate. You have to narrate what you are going to say about. You have to extend the speech itself. Then the examples. Examples is for the support part. And because in Toastmaster, most of the speech will be like, I'm going to tell a story of mine. So I have a scene just like Amy, today's speech. And she's going to tell that, okay, my scene is that my dear past half is her scene. So she narrates for a paragraph to support her scene, and then she gives her examples. What examples? Example is her own experience. So it's very important for your structure. You have to give you a scene, a very clear scene to your audience. Then you're going to narrate what is so important that you are going to tell about it. And then you're going to give the examples to the audience about, okay, today's speech is like this, and what's the real deal? If you combine these three, according to the grammar of the English, you'll be a very solid structure to your speech. So after you have a very solid structure of your speech, you will need some twists and turns. What are twists and turns? The twists and turns use the phrase like but, however. It is an emphasis. It emphasizes the part you are going to say. Like I'm going to tell you, for examples, myself. Today I'm going to tell you a story about when I'm interested in guitar playing. Blah 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 blah. But I think, although I think it is a very good interest for me, blah 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 blah. Then the audience will be catch like, okay, I know that it's very good and it's by your own experience. Then the twist, we're going to remind the audience about what are you truly telling in the next part. So it either can be a very good separation point for your A part, B part, or either you will be a very good reminder for the audience where to emphasize in. So for the conclusion is a very important part, second than the beginning. The conclusion must be answered, must be resonated with your beginning. Because today I'm going to tell you a topic. So my whole speech was according to the theme. So when I'm going to finish my speech, it must be reminded in that, okay, my scene sentence in my beginning is that. So I'm going to tell you about it again to emphasize the whole speech. And it will be then your speech will be a even more solid structure. So, but what I'm going to tell you about tonight is there are just the principles. It's not what you have to 100% follow in. The meaning of the structure of your speech is going to tell is that it supports your thoughts. The Toastmaster speaking is about convey, it's about persuade, it's about to communicate with your audience. So a good structure of your speech will be a clear reminder of your audience about what you're going to say tonight. So for this sentence, which I love the most, is that the fine structure of a speech makes your point clear. When you make your point clear of your speech, then the audience will love it. Then you will more be comfortable to stand on the stage. Toastmaster of the evening.